Hi, my name's Matthew Nagy, and it is my great delight to be invited by the Son of Thunder Publications to interview Ian Clayton today.
Hey, Matt, it's so good to be here with you as well. It's good to see your face.
I remember during the times we've hosted you, I remember we got to speak about our businesses with you. When you were talking about your own businesses, you let us know that you didn't inherit them, but that you built them up from scratch.
Yeah, that is so funny, Matt. I think one of the greatest things that for me is a pleasure to do is to start something and build it up.
You know, a lot of people have ideas for starting businesses, but obviously it would be better for people to know their destiny scroll and be able to look there. What advice would you give to people who have not seen their scroll in the spirit, who want to go into business?
I think that we have a tendency to try and find what our destiny is without the relational connection that brings a foundation to our purpose for actually being connected with Yahweh in that way. As an employer, my role was to overshadow all that is under the jurisdiction of my hands.
Of course, things don't always go well. Can you give us any advice to people? Nobody wants to feel like they're neglecting business responsibilities for God, yet there's clearly a balance that has to be struck.
I think there's a piece in our vocabulary that we don't seem to understand as a species, and that's the word no. Pulling all these memories up. I was working 70 hours a week. I was newly married, and the Lord said to me very clearly, you need to stop what you're doing.
When people are learning to say no, clearly it comes from fear of man not wanting to say no. Can you go into fear a bit more and how people can help overcome fear?
My goodness, Matt. Let me just talk a little bit about this fear thing. In my business life, we have been on the brink of financial catastrophe a couple of times.
Heard you speak in the past about when you govern, you have to govern from a seat of rest. Clearly, getting over your fear will help you be in a seat of rest. But can you delve a bit more into that, please?
Basically, for me, I've had to learn that, first of all, who I am and what my identity is woven into, and that Yahweh is my provider.
Can you, if you've done this, can you explain when your own business has come against obstacles? Is there anything that you do? Is there any advice you can give?
I'm sorry. The biggest problem for us as beings is the issue of security. If we don't have security in relationship with Yahweh, and a security is woven into the works of our hands, we are going to come under all sorts of pressures by God, which we will blame the devil for. So often, it's Yahweh in the middle of this trying to get your attention.